When we stop resisting our body's story, we unlock the power to heal and transform. Today I'm going to talk about what is this body's story? What is our story that is lodged, stored in the body, and in fact not allowing us to go to where we want to go, to do what we want to do, because the body is holding you back in one way or another. Okay, so I'm going to talk about emotions, but before we talk about emotions, it's very important that we understand that if you're here because you have either physical pain or emotional pain or trauma, you are in the right place, and physical pain and emotional pain are all the same in the body. There is no physical pain that is not emotional component, even when it's like sports, because of a fall, because of any posture, it always have emotions inside, especially when it becomes chronic pain. So they're all one and the same in the body. So, but before we go into emotions, we are going to talk about our mind, because it's very important that we understand our mind. And I want to share my slide with you. So talking about the mind, subconscious mind and conscious mind. And many times when we say mind, we think about what we know. But did you know that the subconscious mind is a powerhouse that can process 11 million bits of information per second? We cannot even imagine what it means, 11 million bits of information per second. But I wanted to understand this comparison with your conscious mind, because your conscious mind can only process or can only handle 40. Some research even shows 26. But let's say it's bigger, it's 50 bits of information per second. So we have 11 million in one side against 50 on the other. Subconscious mind, conscious mind. So we're going to go to the next picture, which is also represents so well what is going on in ourselves, because the mind is controlling the body. If the mind is not there, the body would not be. Your soul, your spirit, your emotions, your mind, always within the body. The body is how you experience your life in here. If none of that was there, the body would be static, stopped, not moving at all, right? So the conscious mind has to do with your logical thinking and your willpower, what you want. I want this, I want that, your short memory and your critical thinking. And I want your critical thinking to be there. You want to think with clarity, with discernment, which comes a lot with our presence. I'm going to talk about presence right after we explain about this. But your subconscious mind, which is processing, and even right now, you are sitting there very comfortably in your place. And many times when I say, okay, I'm going to take a look at your body, do you know what happened with most people? Contract internally, like, oh, she's going to see. Well, I'm going to sit to help you. And I'm here. I'm not going to attack you in any way. But immediately you defend. And that's why I say, when we stop defending, we heal. We are defending all the time. We are defending against something that is not happening anymore in our lives. And that calls insanity, right? We are all a little bit crazy. How can I be defending against something that's not happening anymore? Because most of the time you have stored in your body something that was too difficult to experience before. And this is because your subconscious mind protected you. It protected you because it knew you could not handle whatever happened at that time. And can be a tiny little thing like this, can be big like this. It's not your own conscious decision. It comes directly from the subconscious mind. It overrides the conscious mind and take over, and you go into survival mechanism. So the subconscious mind, which is really controlling here, is responsible for your beliefs. It creates beliefs according to your experience, how the world is. The problem is I remember I was clearing a constriction, a tightness in my own body. And suddenly it came, I connected with my mind when I was 3-year-old, the revelation of, oh, this is me at 3-year-old. And it was telling me to do something to protect myself that was not very good. Imagine you have beliefs that are there when you're 3. I think as an adult, you now understand the world much better than the 3-year-old, right? I think it's important that we understand these beliefs doesn't come, that beliefs that are not good for you doesn't come from your conscious mind. It's there for a long time because of something that happened before. So our emotions, our intuitions, but our fear and our self-image most of the time come from this survival mechanism. So in our survival mechanism, that is also wonderful, because without this, we would not be alive here as a species, as a human being. So it's great. We have that. It's wonderful. But it's when we are safe and everything is good, we are in this green. It's like a traffic light. It's green, go. Okay, I'm playing, I'm enjoying. I have a social life. I'm calm, I'm curious. I go forward to discover what is this, what is that. But suddenly the subconscious mind, which is processing everything that you're not even conscious about, feels a danger. Something is danger here. Something, it connects, it takes from the air. It's like the kid, the kids, you don't need to tell them anything. They know what's going on because they're very open and their mind is very open in the whole body, and they can perceive and feel anything that's going in the air. That's exactly what happens. So we feel a threat, and this threat makes us tighten the body. So we go into a fight or flight, and this is all the time. During the day, we go into fight or flight many times. You think something, your body goes into fight or flight. And used to be the monster would come, your dinosaur or a bear would come from, and you're trying to grab some food and could attack you. So it's perfect that you would run away, right? You would flight, you would escape. In order to do that, you would contract your legs, you'd flex your ankle, and you would run. But if you can't, you would fight. Then you would tighten your arm, you would tighten your hand, you would stop your digestion, you would contract everything inside, you would be very hard in your chest. So claws, tooth, nothing would penetrate here, your organ that so important for you, your heart or your lungs, so that you could not breathe. So the body gets rigid in order to fight and survive. So if everything goes well and the threat and the danger was just a rope on the ground instead of a snake, you kind of calm down and you're going to go down to deactivation of this nervous system. But if it was too much, that fight or flight you cannot escape, then you go into freeze. But freeze is not, you can be like a possum. I have situations that I was like a possum, really like playing dead. But you can just dissociate. Even in this meeting, you can just get distracted. Oh, I'm distracted. Or you do something that a lot of people do without knowing. You leave the body a little bit. You come forward of your skin. You go a bit above, and you get like a little bit spaced out. All of these are defenses against some type of threat. And we go in this dance of the traffic light here, green, yellow, red, many times during the day. And as far as we go back to the green, it's wonderful. But if something happened in your life, and let's say in your childhood, over and over and over, that put you in a yellow or red situation, you don't go back to the green in the same way that you used to. You started to go a little bit closer now already to this fight or flight. And you keep your body a little bit tighter and a little bit tighter and a little bit tighter. As time passes by, this tightness is deep in the body, stored there with emotions, but also with a mind, very subtle mind that is there. Pay attention to everything. And when I say, I can see your body, you might tighten again because there is something there protecting you against something that's not happening anymore. I just want to make sure that you understand this process, because a lot of pain comes from this. Most of the pain comes from this. Even your recent pain, your recent fall, your recent issue, when you go deeper into the layers, it's there. Right from many years ago that you don't even remember this happened, and you thought you forgive everyone and you're done with everything, and you're not, because the body is still storing and keep, subconscious mind is working hard there to keep you with this rigidity, protecting you. But now it's not protecting. Now it's a pseudo protection, because now it's disturbing your life. And that's why we need to let it go. That's why we need to stop resisting. We have to stop defending ourselves.